So, can you tell me about a time where you made a mistake?
Thankfully, I don't make too many mistakes. However, when I do, I will be the first person to put my hand up. When I first started working in my previous role, my manager called me into his office and he gave me a really important task to complete within a certain timescale. That task required me to collate company sales figures because he needed them by the end of the week to give an important presentation. Now, I was really keen to do a good job. And in my hastiness, I didn't listen to the full brief carefully. And I actually made a mistake. I didn't collect all the required sales figures. I missed a small portion of them off. And that resulted in all of the figures being out. And when I presented them to my manager, obviously he was disappointed. And I then had to spend the whole weekend, which I was prepared to do so in my own time, to get the right figures, to get them to him on time for Monday morning when he was going to give the presentation. So I learned a lot from that situation. First and foremost, to listen to the brief carefully, and secondly, to do a job quickly but to the right standard. But as I said at the start, if I ever do make a mistake, I will always put my hand up and say I'm sorry, and I will resolve it quickly and diligently.
Thank you.
Now, I am sure you will agree that that was a really strong answer to that difficult interview question. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. And before I give you the exact script to use when answering this tough interview question, here are 3 really important tips to help you. Tip number 1, do not say, I don't make mistakes. The majority of candidates will say that when answering this difficult interview question. But the interviewer is more concerned about your reaction to the mistake that you made. So we need to demonstrate that we can take ownership of mistakes and we can react positively to them. So on that basis, tip number 2 is be honest about the mistake that you make and then show that you are capable of taking ownership of the mistake and that you take the appropriate steps to rectify it. And finally, tip number 3, tell the interviewer what you learned from the mistake. It's really important that we learn from any mistakes that we make and we improve for moving forward in the role that we occupy. So here's the exact script to use when answering the difficult interview question. Tell me about a time when you made a mistake. Here we go. When I first started work in a previous role, my manager gave me an important task to complete. Now, he wanted me to collate some historical sales figures for an important presentation he had coming up. And in my hastiness to do a good job, I failed to listen to the brief properly and I ended up missing off some of the sales figures. Now, as soon as I realised I had made the mistake, I apologised and I took the appropriate steps to put things right. I learnt a lot from that mistake, especially in respect of making sure I listen to a brief properly. Now, whilst it is rare that I ever make a mistake, if I ever do, I will always take ownership of it and I will put things right straight away. That is a brilliant way to answer that tricky interview question. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. Now, the next thing I would like you to do is watch this mock interview video right here on YouTube. Click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video and it will take you through to another video here on YouTube where I go through a full interview with you and I tell you how to answer all of the questions. Make sure you watch that video. Also, you have the option to download 21 great answers to tough interview questions on my website, passmyinterview.com. So if you now click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, you can go through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of 21 great answers to tough interview questions. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section below the video and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and finally, give the video a thumbs up because that tells me you enjoy the content and you find it useful. Thank you very much for watching and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a brilliant day.